Today we're going to talk about section 5.1. I'd like you to please pause the video, read the definition and the note, and then turn the video back on. So you just learned that ratio is a fancy word for fraction. So here in our first problem where it asks us to come up with the ratio, that means write a fraction. So we're going to write in the order we see it, 20/36. Now because it says simplified, we want to make sure that there are no factors in common here. And we can see that both 20 and 36 can be divided by 4. So we want to go ahead and do that. That is their common factor. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So when we simplify this, we see that we have 5/9. There are no longer any factors in common, so we're done. This is another way to display a ratio, but we're going to always write it in fraction form. So 24/32. And here we see that we have in common, again, a 4. So let's take out the 4. If you just saw 2, that would be okay. If we take a 4 out of there, we're left with 6. We take a 4 out of here, we're left with 8. So now we want to ask ourselves, is it fully simplified? No, there's still a 2 in common. So divide by 2, and we get 3/4. Now there's nothing in common. We are finished with that one. It's fully simplified. Okay, go ahead and pause the video again. Read about a proportion and the means and extremes property, and then turn the video back on. So we found that when we have a proportion that we can, what we call, cross multiply to come up with an answer. So here we're asked to find x. We're going to go ahead and cross multiply. So when we go this way, we're going to have 5 times, make sure you use parentheses here, quantity x minus 1 equals here 10 times 3. So remember here we're going to use the distributive property. So we're going to say 5 times x is 5x, and then minus 5 times 1 is 5, and that equals 30. Then we will add 5 to both sides to get that 5x, that's 0, equals 35. And then finally divide by 5 on both sides, and we have that x equals 7. That's the final answer. If we wanted to check it, we could put it in, and you'd see that 7 minus 1 is 6. You'd have 6/10, and that simplifies into 3/5. So it is true. That's our answer, and we're done with page 1.